Hi there, welcome to Karma's a Stitch. I'm Tonya. This is a channel where me and my son typically talk about our knitting, crochet, crafty stuff. And I am just doing a little mini series talking about each of my WIPs. So each installment has been about 10 minutes or so, and I'm just talking about one WIP per installment. And I'm coming up to the end, you guys. I'm pretty excited. This is installment number 16. It is another crochet project, and if you guys have been on my channel for a while, you'll recognize the project bag. If I didn't say, my name is Tonya. If you'd like to get in touch with me, all that information is listed down below. So you may notice this project bag, and this project bag has held lots of scrappy yarn. At this point in time, though, this right here is all that I have left. You can see that through the horrific glare from my light. I'm terribly sorry, but it's not much. I have one of them that's attached right now. That's all I have left from in this project bag. And if you've watched the previous two installments, 14 and 15, you'll know that those also were scrappy projects. So what I'm doing is I'm putting any mini skein or any scrap that I have, and I'm putting it into that C2C blanket, and I'm using it one time. Once I've used it one time, if there's stuff left, I'm putting it into the project bag with that hexie blanket. And each hexie is taking about 3 to 4 grams each. So with each little ball or nugget of scrap yarn I have, I'm going to be able to get probably 2 out of each ball that I have left after the C2C blanket. And then once I've incorporated 2 hexies of each color into the hexie blanket, that scrap will go into here. And these are going into this scrappy blanket, and this one I have not done the ends. I have not done the ends as I've gone. I honestly couldn't even tell you how many years old this project is. I started this probably close to 6 years ago or so. It's been a long time, but this is just where I've been putting my scraps. So no ends have been done. So just sorry, but here it is. And it is growing. And sometimes I will have enough to just do a tiny section, but it's getting used and it's going in here. And it is crochet. I'm using a hook, size E. And you know, these hooks right here, you guys, I don't know if there's a brand on here. PRYM maybe. Oh, don't laugh at how I'm having to move this at an angle. PRYM. But look at how pointy that tip is. And I do enjoy that a lot. I like the pointier tips, and I'm like that with my knitting needles as well. I like a lace point. So yes, this is the height of it so far. And as you can see down here, like with this yellow, I had a bigger chunk right here. I had a bigger chunk left of this color, but then the orange right here may not even go all the way across the blanket. I don't know. Let's see. This is how it's looking. And then it is quite lengthy as well. Looks like the orange did go all the way across. So this is where I put all of my scraps. This is the final resting place of my scraps, because I will use up, whether it's this much or it's this much, the rest of these, because they've gone into the C2C, they've gone into the hexie blanket, and so the rest of this will go into this blanket. I love how this looks. It truly, it's just a good one to work on. And I feel great knowing that all of my scraps have gone into this project. And this is one that for a long time, I would just have this one in my car. So I don't work. I take care of my 7-year-old and I get to hang out with Anthony, and that's what I do. And sometimes I Lyft drive. And if you're not familiar with what Lyft is, it's a lot like Uber. And I'll just sit with one of these projects in my lap, and while I'm waiting for a ride request, I'll just sit and work on a project in my lap. But yes, this has been a long one. And I know that my mom loves this blanket so much since the first time she saw it. So Mom, if you really are interested in doing some ends, I've got a few for you. What do you think? This is truly a scrappy blanket. I have had a few folks let me know that you can put projects on Ravelry without a pattern. So in the next day or so, I am gonna try to get my 3 scrappy blankets onto Ravelry. If I can just figure out, because they gave me some good, they told me it was possible. So I'm gonna try to figure out the best way for me to do that so I can get some progress pictures up. But you guys, that's all I've got. I think I mentioned earlier in the week that I have one more that I'm unsure whether or not I'm going to record an episode about it or not. We'll see how that one goes. And after that, I just have one other. So we'll see. We'll see how we go. But we are getting ready to wrap up this WIP Roundup. And Friday starts Vlogmas. So I will be putting up a video of Anthony and I getting our Advents set up and ready for December 1. And we can talk a little bit about the Advents that we got and what we're going to be doing. And you can see our Advent display. So that's pretty much what this week has in store for us. And I hope you guys are ready for a wonderful holiday season. And we will see you later. Bye.